Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the book Refuge. Hello everyone and welcome to my October TBR. So I am filming this one a little bit earlier than I have been lately, but I mean it is the 20th already. I'm going to be out of town the last couple days of the month, and so I'm trying to get a few videos like filmed and banked and ready to go. And I'm very excited about my October TBR and everything that's going to be happening in October. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait. And so we're going to dive into this. The first chunk of this, I won't take too much time on because I did make a whole video with my fall anticipated releases, and I definitely shared like all of the October releases. So yeah, I'm excited to dive into these with you guys. I also just the other day expanded my annotated book level on Patreon, so we do have more of those than normal, but I'm very excited for some of them. We're gonna see how it goes. I hope that I can handle doing this many, but I'm very excited for what everyone has picked and what I get to reread and everything. But let's quick go through the arcs and new releases. Now, the way that I'm going to do this, since I just don't think I'll be able to read all of these in the month, I'm going to give you the ones that I either have arcs for already, or whether I get an arc or not, I'm going to read them as soon as they come out. And then once I do those, I'll list the ones that I'm hopeful still to get to when they release. Because sometimes I do. Like this month, I didn't think I'd get to everything. And there's only like 2 that I haven't got to. Because one of them I ended up not going to read. And one of them got pushed to the next month. Which happens a lot when you're dealing with indie books. We also have the Monster Mash, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then some that I have been sent by viewers and or they're hopeful ones that I want to try to get to, but I don't know if I will. We'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead with the October books that I either have arcs for or I plan to read as soon as they come out, no matter what. There is The Best Laid Plans by Carla Sorensen. I have an arc for this one. It comes out on the 2nd, if I'm correct. I do also have the dates this time, so there we go. I will do my best to get to that one. This is not officially official, but Grimstone by Sophie Lark will be out the first week in October, no matter when it is. I've heard she's aiming for the 4th. We hope that, but either way, whenever it is coming out, I will have read it by the time you guys see it. So very excited for Grimstone. Yes, also, here's the cover for it. I'll have to save this video to put out until she officially shares it, but we did see the cover in her Patreon, and I'm very excited for that one. It's supposed to be like a thriller, but romantic with some spooky vibes. Not paranormal in any way, she said, but it looks really good. Then I will also be reading These Two Wrongs by J. Wolfe. I do have an arc for this one. I hope to get to it soon. I don't know if I'll get to it so far ahead of it coming out because I still have a lot to get to in September, but that comes out on the 5th. Don't Forget Me Tomorrow by A.L. Jackson comes out on the 10th. I will be getting an arc of this one. Very excited to continue. I loved Love Me Today. That book is so beautiful. That one is going to be I think it's a best friend's little sister or friends to lovers, but I know it's a single mom, curvy heroine, small town, cowboys. We're here for it. We're here for it. Madam by Sarah Kate. I don't know if I'll have an arc for that, but I will read it no matter what. Also just want to mention Good Game by Madison Fox. Look at her lovely cover. I did already read a beta copy of this one, but I'm planning to buy a copy to support her and read it and see what changes are in it at all. Really enjoyed reading that one. I think a lot of people are going to like it, and Madison, I'm so proud of her for getting a book out. So I have already read that, but just want to share it for you guys. Caught Up by Liz Tom Ford. That one comes out on the 10th as well. I won't be getting an arc for that, but I will be reading it as soon as it comes out. And I think the audio is supposed to drop the same day because they were already showing clips of the audio. So that would be nice. I haven't listened to the audios of either of the other two. I will when I do my reread later on, but definitely here for it. Hopeless by Elsie Silver is, of course, out on the 13th. Very excited for that. One Chance by Lena Hendricks. I don't know yet if I'll get an arc of that one or not, but I do want to read it soon as it comes out. King of Greed by Anna Wong. Again, don't know if I'm getting an arc of that one or not. I applied for it. I've shared this, like, the arc game has been a lot tougher lately, and I'm not mad at it even when I act mad about it, because I'll be like, oh, I wanted to read an arc of that. I honestly have not had the time for even some of the arcs I have been getting, so I feel a little more at peace when I don't get stuff early. It's only just like the spoilers, and also people want me to have read it first because they want my opinion, which thank you for wanting my opinion. That is the whole reason I'm able to do what I do. But that's why sometimes if you're not seeing it first, it's because I'm not getting it. Like there was with the most recent Jagger Cole, I have read arcs of the last 3 of those books, and I didn't get an arc for this one. It just didn't work out. Either I signed up too late or they did a random pick or whatever, so I didn't get it. But yet, like, everyone's asking my opinion for it before they'll buy it, and I'm like, I'll get to it as soon as I can. I'm busy. So anyway, it happens, and sometimes we're upset about it, but at the end of the day, as Crystal points out, like, arcs are a promotional tool. You are being gifted one, but you are gifting your time to read an arc. It's free labor. It's usually a labor of love for a lot of us. Sometimes it's actual labor, and it's difficult when we're not loving. But it is still a labor, and we're giving of ourselves to do it. And sometimes I just don't have time to do them anyway, so I'd rather they go to someone who has the time to get to it and is able to give it the time and attention that it deserves, because that's what the author needs those reviews. And if I'm not able to get to it, then I'm not. Anyway, sidetrack. One I will be getting an arc for sure is Silent Lies by Neva Altaj. This will be book 8 in the series. I am ready to read more of hers. And then the last one that I for sure will get to, and hoping I'm getting an arc for, is Obsession Falls by Claire Kingsley. Hopefully, too, the audiobook will be available when this one is. I did sign up for an arc of this one, and you could choose whether you liked ALCs or e-books, and I did say I'd prefer an ALC if I could have one, because I have listened to all of the books by Claire Kingsley that I've read. I've listened to, and I love doing it that way. I'm so glad she has another book coming out. It's been like a year and a half, I think, since we had one. And so I'm very excited for the Haven brothers. But it sounds too that she's like on the 3rd or the 4th one writing wise, so maybe we'll get a more of a rapid release with these. Hopefully it'll be good. So now the ones that are coming out, and I will get to them if I can. I'm hopeful to get to them. I just will, the other ones I'll prioritize the most. So A War of Ruin and Reckoning by Lana P. This one actually comes out on the 2nd. The reason why I'm not sure yet is because I love the audiobooks of these ones as well. And usually the audiobooks follows like 6 to 8 weeks afterwards. That's what happened with book 8 that released, but this one will be the 3rd one in the season of the Elf, the 9th book in the series, and there's currently a reread along of these going on. And I've loved the series. Like, I will read this book. Will I read it for when it comes out? I don't think so, but we'll see. I might be in the mood for reading that, but it also comes out during the Monster Mash, and I will have other things to get to for that. The Stars Are on Our Side by Jennifer Hartman. This one connects with Lotus and Still Beating in some way. I am signed up for an arc of that one, but I haven't heard of it at all. And so I might not prioritize that if I don't get an arc of it, because I have other things. That one is scheduled for the 3rd. I'm Your Guy by Serena Bowen. This one is the next one in the hockey series she's writing now. I think this one was set up really well, and I do believe that the audiobook will come out day and date with this one, so I may be in the mood for sports. This one comes out on the 10th. Again, the reason why it's not like the highest priority is because there's a lot of books coming out on the 10th that I have arcs for and will get, but I always enjoy Serena Bowen. To Ravish a Rogue by C.M. Nacosta. That one comes out more near the end of the month. Yeah, the 24th. And again, this cover is gorgeous. I try to keep up with the C.M. Nascostas. Like, I just read Hollow, which was Not in my comfort zone at all, but very intriguing for sure. The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. This one comes out on the 31st, and I do want to read that one as soon as I can. Then Amira's Gambit by S.M. LaViolette. So that's one of the ones that was supposed to come out this month, and I have it on my TBR, and then it got pushed a month. And so I will be trying to read that when it comes out. This is going to be the new one in a, like, it's going to be like a steampunk, like, it's apocalypse, but it's Victorian London, kind of. I don't know. It looks fucking cool, okay? And I love S.M. LaViolette, so I'm going to read it when I get the chance. And then the one that we don't have a date for, so I didn't put it as a positive, like for sure will do, but His Darkest Craving by Tiffany Roberts, they're going to try to get it out near the end of October is what they've said. We've had the beautiful cover. We've been shown what like the beautiful hardcover looks like. I hope they do a book box for that one like they did for the first one. But you'll see Tiffany Roberts comes up in my TBR a few more times in October still as well. But I will probably try to get to that as soon as I can. I love everything that Rob and Tiffany write so much. So anyway, those are all the ones that I have for me personally I'm looking forward to and will either be prioritizing or hopefully getting to. So there's all of those. And again, I have a video with all of those that I did like 2 weeks ago or so. It was really fun. I love doing that video. All right, now let's go through the Patreon reads real quick. Like I said, I did add some patrons, so I now have 9 patron books that I have to read each month. One of them is the patron pick, and then I have 8 patrons. Because, yeah, I have 7 US and 1 across. But I'm pretty excited, and pretty much everyone this time picked books that I have read before, so I'm looking forward to that. So the pick for the annotated copy, which I'm so excited. This one, I actually had already grabbed the ebook of it. I was going to read it, and then our choice was Captor Captive this month, and so My Favorite Kidnapper, by Melanie Moreland, just came out, and it is a more like sweet contemporary version of a Captor Captive. I've heard there's something to do with he kidnaps her and is like coercing her to bake him a cake every day for 60 days. And he's also trying to get a taste of her cupcake himself. I love this cover. It's adorable. I actually may buy the illustrated cover for this one to annotate over the man cover because this is just adorable. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one for sure. Then for the patron reads, we have quite a few historicals this month, so I'm excited about it. Seduce Me at Sunrise by Lisa Kleypes. We have When the Earl Met His Match by Stacey Reed. No one has picked this yet. It's one of my 6-star reads this year, so I'm very excited. I'm trepidatious, but also excited to reread Eyes of Silver, Eyes of Gold. Yes, I know the cover's hideous, we know, but the book is gold inside. Of course, there is Reckless. I will be doing Untouchable for someone. I'm very excited to do that. Then there is also His Darkest Craving by Tiffany Roberts. So I said this wrong. The new one that comes out, I'm sure I did, is His Darkest Desire. But His Darkest Craving is the first one in that series. And I don't think they're going to be overly connected at all. But one of my patrons picked His Darkest Craving so that they can read that one to be ready for it. So those are the patron reads. Very excited for those. It's a mix of ones I've already read before, so I won't have to start from scratch, and ones that I haven't like annotated before. So very excited to do that. All right, now let's talk about Monster Mash. So I also made a whole video for Monster Mash. You can watch it up there. It has over 80 monster recommendations. But I want to talk to you about what my main TBR is for this. So here's my cute little board. I'll show you this. This is my board that I made. Using some stickers from Peace Love Books. In Love and Words, because she actually has some of the prompts there. So I have the hard board, but I am not trying to black out the board in the 10 days, because this readathon is only 10 days, and I'm not going for a blackout. I'm going for a bingo, just straight down, but without using the free space. I'm going for it. And technically for the ones I found, which I'll share with you, I could get this bingo with 3 reads or 4. It might be 4. I don't know. But I do also have some other ones that I might try to get to. We'll just see how it goes. So the main ones I'm going to try to do is I'm going to be rereading Dark Needs at Night's Edge. And this one will cover vampire and ghost, because there's a phantom and a vampire in this one. This one is book 4 in the Immortals After Dark, and I've been wanting to reread some of those books. Like every October, I reread one or more of these. I wish this October I had time to binge more of them. But once we finally get a release date for the new book, which, by the way, if you're not in the Cressley Cole group right now, I was going to say Noemi, because Noemi is the name of the heroine in here, but Naomi is teasing the shit out of us with the title for the book, which we know is The Witch of Something, and it starts with an H, and it will be announced. Once we have a date for that, I definitely will be planning to reread the Immortals After Dark that are most pertinent to whatever that one is. But anyway, I want to reread this just to revisit one, and it also covers 2 prompts. Then I'm planning to do The Lost Siren by Raven Storm. I don't know anything about this one except that it is an RH, and I got it during one of the free Stuff Your Kindles days, so I'm going to try to read that one. Then, and that hits my reverse harem prompt in mine. And then The Orc from the Office by Kate Pryor. I don't read many orc romances. Really the only one that I've liked is one of the Catherine Moon that has an orc in it. But I've heard great things about Kate Pryor, and she actually has a gargoyle one coming out soon too. So that would hit a prompt on the board. So yeah, I want to get that one. And then the last prompt that I had was Spider. Now, when I was making the original video of this, I wanted to reread Bound by Tiffany Roberts because I was hoping the audiobook would be out in time. Now, it might still be out in time, but it's not looking like it's going to be out in time for me to reread it for this readathon. Both Ensnared and Entangled have had their arcs come out, or the audiobooks come out already, but Bound is kind of taking some time. But it turns out that CM Nescosta has a Spider one, and it's actually a short one, which would be great because some of these are longer than others. So my goal is to get, let's see if you can see, my goal is to get a bingo, doing reverse harem, vampire, ghost, orc, and spider. That's where I'm going to try to get it. Now, the books that I have as extra that I also will want to try to get to is some that I own here. I have Demons and Doves by Cleo Evans, which this one is Mothman and reverse harem, and I think it has another monster type that fits in here as well. I can't remember, but this was one I got from Renegade Romance, and I'm so bad about reading the books that I get sent. But I know there's a Plague Doctor in here as well. But I might try to get to this. We'll see. Again, those ones are just bonus books. Then I have one that, this is actually 2 books in one, so I'm only going to try to read the first one. But I got this one from North Iowa Book Bash, and I've been trying to work my way through books that I got at book signings so that I can justify it. And so that's only the first book in this one. So this is The Mystic Wolves by Elle Boone. And the first book in the series is called Accidentally Wolf. And I know that this one begins with, I think this one begins with a, I think she's a vet or something. Is she? I'm not sure. I don't know, but it's a short one. It's not very long. So I might try to read this one as well. So this one has Shifter in it. And then I'm super intrigued by Wed to the Licked by Lila Faye. I want to read some more of these Lila Fays, and if I do binge a bunch, like Lila Faye, the series that she's involved in with a couple other authors, it literally has like the Minotaur, the Licked, the Orc. It has like a bunch that fit the board, so technically someone could like binge this whole series and like do really well in it. But I really want to try Wed to the Licked because this one is, I think he's an undead or a necromancer, so intrigued by that. So those are the ones that are going to be my high priority for the monster stuff, but that doesn't mean other ones won't come up along the way. And again, if you would like over 80 recommendations, please check out this video here. Also, Hannah, who is the one who set this up, she has a video with over 50. Honest Fiction, she put out hers. Ava has put out hers on Instagram. And then Being Daphne, she also has hers as well. I think that's everyone involved. And there's someone else too. Yep, I just blanked, but here's the list of people involved. I'm so sorry that I just blanked on that. But anyway, all right, now to round this off, we have a few last ones that are hopefuls. And these are all ones that I own copies of them because, as I said, I'm trying to get through them. And 4 of them are ones that were sent to me as gifts. So they're ones that I'm trying to work my way through and honor the fact that people have sent me some books, because it is very wonderful to get some book mail, right? So first one off doesn't fit with a lot of the vibes, because there's Balthazar the Spare by S.M. LaViolette. So this is a new series that she started. It's not connected with, well, I don't know that it's not connected, but it's not directly in like the Bellamy series sisters. This one is the Hale Saga, and I love everything by S.M. LaViolette, and like this paperback was only like $10. I love how cheap that her paperbacks are. And this one is, yeah, Balthazar the Spare. And this one is a wild, wealthy, and witty family of lovable misfits who are about to take London by storm. And if you love Mary Ballog's Bedouins, Julia Quinn's Bridgertons, or Loretta Chase Carsingtons, you'll adore the Hales. So I want to try to read this if I can. All right, and then, okay, we have, this is a Motorcycle Club one I was sent by the author. This one is The Last Ride by Anya Summers, and it says A Steamy Enemies to Lovers Romance. And she sent me a signed copy here. And so this one says, I hate her. I can't forgive her for what she did, but she's the first one on the list. The only one final ride with my crew, one last chance to fulfill an oath sworn in blood. Yet I don't expect the chemistry between us to knock me on my ass, and I don't know how to reconcile my feelings, my need for her. It goes against every vow I swore. But I can't stay away. She needs me, my body, my soul, my protection. With danger stalking, I use every trick as a seal to defend her, because nobody messes with what belongs to me. So it's a seal who is now in a motorcycle club. We love it. So thank you, Anya, for sending this to me. It was sent to my P.O. box, so I assume she has watched my channel before. I hope to give this one a try if it works out. Then we have a new release, and the author so graciously sent it to me, and gosh, I'm excited to give it a go. And I adore this author, y'all. I adore this author so much. So this is Dark Rapture by Kay Allister. And y'all, I'm so happy to be sharing about a book from Kay again. Now, I haven't read this one yet, but she sent me a copy on release day. And I'm just so intrigued. And I feel like this one will work for the readathon if you want to, because there is a demon in it. But let me read you the back. I think it's in KU, so you can snag it. I'll have it linked down below. Just look at this cover. She is the author who wrote The Devil and I, which had a serial killer police officer who rescues a woman who tried to commit suicide, and I loved that book. And this one, here we go. This is what it says. The Catholic Church warns us about demonic possession. They teach us not to play with witchcraft, or we will open a door that no one can close. A door that will allow spirits and demons to enter our lives. So when I felt a pull towards the craft to find protection from my childhood abuser, I did my best to ward off any evil. My focus was protection, and my spells were simple. I called to my ancestors and spirit guides to protect me. It wasn't enough. Instead, something insidious and profane answered my call. A demonic entity hell-bent on possessing me. The demon is offering me everything I want and need, and with each day that passes, it becomes harder and harder to deny him. So this one seems like a deal with the devil. It is, like, honestly, my shine makes it hard to see. This is gorgeous. Okay, it's beautiful. So, Kay, thank you so much for sending me this. I'm so happy you got out another book, and I cannot wait to check it out. And I hope you guys will, too, support a viewer of this channel who's also an author. Yeah, just love it. Okay, then I had one sent from an author as well. Where she sent me one of her backlist titles, and it actually ended up being one that I've heard a lot of people talk about, so I was very honored. So Christy Marie sent me The Potter. She also sent me, of course, sticker and a bookmark in here. So thank you so much, Christy, for sending me this. And this one I'd heard about. So this one says, it's the newspaper's fault. They touted his excellence and inspired me to move cross-country in search of the infamous Dr. Potter, a renowned plastic surgeon who successfully revised millions of scars and molded women into perfection. What the article failed to disclose is that Dr. Potter is painfully beautiful and more sour than a grapefruit. Especially when he glares across the desk, clips out that I'm $5,000 short and my layaway suggestion is insulting to every surgeon in Texas. I'm not going home, though. Well, I am today. He threw me out. But I'm coming back, this time with an employee discount, agreeing to work for his brother, his partner, as their office secretary. My plan was brilliant. Until I found Dr. Potter on the office floor, broken, angry, with a venomous warning dripping from his lips. A warning I failed to heed. Woo. Brilliant surgeon, master sculptor, madman. Intriguing. So there we go. And then the last one, and I don't know if I'll be in the mood for it, but I want to try to get to this one. My lovely friend Megan sent me some signed books. Megan also sent me the jewelry that I'm wearing right now. And I've been wanting to read more of this author, so it was very nice of her to send me some. So she sent me Mafia Captive by Kitty Thomas. And yes, this one is also signed right here. So I want to try to get to this one, but again, I want to be in the mood because Kitty Thomas does go like very, very dark for her stuff. But this one says, I just witnessed a mob hit. The lighter flicks like the sound of a gunshot. Smoke from his cigarette slips through the cracks of my hiding place. His dark chuckle haunts future nightmares I'll never get to have. Please walk away, please. The sound of a zipper and then his voice. Faith Jacobson, 580 Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn. He's got my wallet, my driver's license. He knows who I am. It's over for me. He flings open the lid of the dumpster. The nearby street light illuminates me, and suddenly he decides I'm not dying tonight. No, I am now to become a gift to his even deadlier brother. I just became the property of Leo Raspaglio. So yeah, Kitty Thomas. I've only read 2 things by her, and they were both very dark. But also, she writes good shit, and Pam Godwin recommends her, and Megan recommends her. So I'd like to give some more of hers a try. So those are all the books. Some of them high priority, some of them hopefuls. Let me know which ones you're excited for me to read. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of September and that your October is fabulous. I hope you join us for Monster Mash, and we'll see you then. Bye.